Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hope that you're doing well. I didn't have enough time to put on my incense here for purification. It's called the Zuko, and this is, as it talks about in the sutra, the incense applicable to the skin. So actually, this is something that we use in sitting meditation to purify ourselves, because sitting meditation is a practice that requires the pure mind, pure body, etc. Again, we differentiate the outside, whereas the realm of desire or suffering, etc., and then we have our place of practice. And this is what essentially the temple is, and usually a place of practice is an extension of the temple. It's called the dojo. A dojo is a place of learning and studying with one's body and mind. So let's take a moment and stretch left and right. Trying to at least move our body enough to get the blood flowing a little bit, but not too much. And then also to relieve the stiffness that we have. I don't know about you, but I always get stiffness in my neck. To an angle. And again, using your breathing, using your body, natural movement, weight. We're not forcing it. We're actually learning to relax in this position. Now we're going to go for the left side, naturally letting the head drop, kind of swivel, and then just bring our body Okay, now we're going to go the other way to the right. Let it naturally follow the ear. Let you go in the back. Let it rotate all the way around. And here, allow it to go forward. 1, 2. You can go slow, especially if you have some discomfort and some injury to your neck. Okay. Let's raise up our shoulders. Tense them. Relax. One more. Relax. As we prepare ourselves, let's go ahead and check in. Take a look at the state of our mind. Today being December 10th. Weather today, actually, it's been warm the last couple of days here, which is unusual, but again, have to be careful to protect yourself, especially from, they use the word evil, but it just simply means the elements coming into your body quickly and causing disruption. So therefore, a lot of times when I go out, I'll cover myself with a scarf to protect this aspect of the neck, the nape of your neck. It's considered one of the entrance points for, as they would say, illness. So it's good to wear a muffler just to keep that part of your neck warm during this part of the season. Also, again, making sure you don't sweat, but feeling comfortable. Okay? And then feel how it is outside, our mind, our body, checking in. Feel any tenseness, look at that point and allow it to relax. Let's begin with 3 purifying breaths, breathing through our nose, holding and exhaling through our mouth for 3 rounds. Begin. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Round two. Final. Then let's close our mouth. Sitting upright. Hokaijoin for your hands. Ears over your shoulders. Chin tucked in. Closing your teeth gently. Putting the tongue above the roof of the mouth. Gently closing the eyes in order to keep the light out. Now we will begin breathing and exhaling through our nose. You may use the mantra Namu Myoho Renge Kyo for your exhalation and your inhalation, simply observing. This is called shikan, stopping and observing. With the sound of the bell, let us be able to get into our mind of concentration. Let us release our concentration, come back to our body. Let's sit for a moment to realize the effects of our practice. Again, unjudgmental, just simply observing. So the practice of observing mindfulness. Let us realize or observe the state of our mind, our body, our breath. As our mind become more placid, our thoughts more concentrated, more simple, more relaxed, our body. And also focus on our breathing. Our breathing can tell us a lot as to our state of mind. Let's begin by bringing ourselves more back to our body, becoming aware of our surroundings, moving our fingers, moving our hands together. Thank you very much. As we've been talking about practice and establishing a practice, one thing I'd like to share is because, again, one of the main point that you'll be dealing with, and you probably have realized this already, is yourself. As they've said many times, the challenge is with yourself. What does that mean? Well, we're dealing with something that we've created. We've created the ego with ideas, thoughts that perhaps are real, perhaps are not. And we need to be able to, within that state, be able to come to realize that there is another mind, that there is another type of awareness, which helps us to be able to see the world in a more balanced view. Because our imbalance of our view is caused by many things, including our internal desires and wants and beliefs, etc. But as we would challenge many people's beliefs, it's important for us to sift through our own. And one of the big challenges is in doing this with ourselves is that some days you will wake up and not be feeling well. Different types of, could be caused by stress or anxiety. There are lots of things that can cause our body to become imbalanced, and our mind following what? Likewise, reverse order. So it's very important that we are okay to sit with that. Sometimes if we're not feeling well, we think, okay, I'm not feeling well, therefore I should just stay in bed. And again, according to the level of illness, that may be appropriate. But I think a lot of the times just feeling, because we've been taught or we believe that we must feel good all the time or else we're not enjoying life or not being happy. But with mindfulness, there's a certain acceptance of those aspects of life, because when dealing with the body, of course, as Master Chanpai speaks on, it is made of the 5 elements. And these 5 elements are like 5 dragons that we're constantly vying for control, therefore causing imbalance. And through our practice, our diet, our regulation of diet and eating and drinking, and then regulating our sleeping, then we are able to also regulate our body, mind, and breathing to help rebalance these things. And sometimes illness or not feeling well means, just as we were talking about yesterday, such emotions as anger, simply not despising them or saying this is good or bad simply, but allowing it to know that this means something is afoot, and that perhaps we are out of balance. and that perhaps we are not engaged in mindfulness, but instead we might be engaged at a different factor that is causing us some levels of stress, etc. Because the body itself and mind are linked. Spirit, even that, as we talk about, you can create in yourself worries and pains and illness. And that's why Master Tiantai, as I've stated, says meditation is wonderful. This concentration and insight is wonderful because you don't need to look around for the medicine that might not be so easy to find or too expensive. That is something that's always with you, that you can use. So, meditating on illness, there's an entire chapter in the Makashikan written by Grandmaster Tiantai or GD on overcoming illness. And so he goes into the many types of illnesses. And as we know, illness can be great or small, caused by mental or perceived mental or physical suffering, etc. There are many things that can help reduce our level of suffering, and that's simply what Buddhism teaches us. Not to expect perfection or just pure happiness or bliss all the time, but to be able to see it in a different perspective. And I believe that that is what allows us to escape from the cycle of birth and death. So that one of the great, as you go on with practice, it happens. Some days you're not going to feel 100%. Some days you're going to feel not so well at all. But in the aspect of Buddhism, it's imperative that we practice during that time. Because a lot of times it may be caused by anxiety, etc. Things that have been in your body that when you wake up, they're activated. And when they're activated, that causes physical ailments and reactions as well. So therefore, mind is very powerful. So therefore, by simply doing meditation, we may be able to allow those things to disperse simply by concentrating on mind. I find this to be quite common, especially since some people may have a great anxiety when they wake up. I had for a very long time immediate anxiety upon waking up in the morning. So meditation is something that I always have, Dhyana meditation, I've always looked forward to doing in order to have that rebalance come about. And then I'm able to even relax or do what I need to do to make sure that I am perhaps put myself back in a rebalanced state, or if I need to take care of myself, self-care, I'm able to do that rather than just sitting around wishing that it was something else or that I felt a different way. But instead, this meditation allows us to directly, head on, deal with life itself, which is not always easy. So, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful day. We will be conducting the Jodo A service, Buddha's Enlightenment service today at Duozan in Kyoji Temple. Buffalo will be available online. Hope you'll be able to join us. Please like our video. Please subscribe to our channel. Also, in the information below shows our video channels as well as our podcast, in which I go back and put all of this information that we talk about over the days into one podcast that you can be able to revisit in helping to establish your practice and study. Okay? So thank you very much. Please have a wonderful day, and may you be able to attain enlightenment.